Overnight, President Trump threatening Canada with a 35% tariff, further disrupting the economic relationship with one of the U.S.'s closest allies and biggest trading partners. The proposed import tax potentially leading to higher U.S. prices on imports like fuel, cars, and groceries. In a letter, the president suggesting part of the reason for the high rate is the U.S. fentanyl crisis and what he calls Canada's, quote, failure to stop the drugs from pouring into our country.
People are getting killed and families are being destroyed.
But there is little evidence of significant fentanyl smuggling across the northern border. According to Customs and Border Protection data, of the nearly 22,000 pounds of the drug seized last year, just 43 pounds were seized at the northern border. The Canadian Prime Minister responding overnight that the government will continue to defend our workers and businesses. The president telling NBC News' Kristen Welker in an exclusive phone interview he also plans to set blanket tariffs of 15% to 20% on most nations, calling the tariffs so far, quote, very well received. But the levies could still cause prices to spike this fall on everyday purchases. The CEO of toy giant Hasbro explains.
If you buy an action figure or a doll for $10, you would have to charge $15 to $18 just to maintain the same absolute profit dollars for the company.
Trump responding, quote, I don't care about Hasbro's prices, adding, if they made their toys here, they wouldn't have a price increase. The president also telling NBC News he will send Patriot missile air defense systems and other weapons to NATO for distribution to Ukraine, with the U.S. being reimbursed. And that he plans to make a, quote, major statement on Russia on Monday, just days after expressing his frustration with that country's president, Vladimir Putin.
We get a lot of bullshit thrown at us by Putin, for you want to know the truth. He's very nice all the time, but it turns out to be meaningless.
And we're now 2 days out from the anniversary of the assassination attempt against former President Trump at Butler, Pennsylvania. That's Sunday. The president has no plans to travel there. But in a new Fox interview, he's addressing the shooting, saying, quote, mistakes were made and that the shooting shouldn't have happened. He also called out the lack of communication between Secret Service and local police on that day. Those, along with technological and human failures, lay at the root of what went wrong that day, the Secret Service has said. The 6 agents were suspended following the Secret Service's investigation of the incident, an agency official told NBC News, and the director, of course, stepped down later under pressure. The Secret Service said yesterday they are well on their way to adopting the 46 reforms recommended after Congress's investigation. Savannah?
All right, Garrett, thank you. And we should mention Kristen Welker. Have more of her phone call with the president and a live interview with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. That's Sunday on Meet the Press.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.